Hi, everyone. So today I wanted to just take a moment to talk to you about dealing with anxiety, depression, maybe just feeling overwhelmed. I'm doing this video because of some of the things I read on the survey that I just made where I was checking in on you. And, if we were in class, I would be able to talk to you in my little office or maybe invite you in at lunchtime and we could just let you kind of share out what you're feeling. But since we don't have that, I wanted to take some time to just kind of reach out to you and let you know that I'm thinking about you all of the time. I really do care about my students and their well-being. So I want this topic to focus on how do you keep going even though you might be feeling extremely sad or depressed or just feel like what's the point, right? So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story and some of the things I've done. Maybe you can relate to it. Maybe you could take some of these tips. Maybe you have some of your own tips and you might want to make a video also. So just a few things. Number one, as you all know, when I was growing up, everything seemed fine. Everything seemed perfect. I had my father, my mother, my family, right? We had a house. Everything seemed fine. But sadly, things changed. When I was around 8 years old, 9 years old, my dad started to get sick and he would go to the hospital. And even though I was young, I was the oldest of my siblings, so I was always more aware. And I could hear my mom and I could hear her sobbing at night. And that gave me a lot of anxiety as a child. I didn't quite know what was wrong, but I knew something was wrong. And so, as the visits became more and more frequent, we would go visit him at the hospital. And I just remember feeling kind of the sick feeling, like I couldn't do anything and I wanted to help him. Um, my dad was diagnosed, like I said, with cancer, and by the time it got pretty bad, he lost an eye, his eyesight. He had to wear a brace. He couldn't turn his neck, but he kept on working. He actually would sell T-shirts at the local swap meet, and we would all go with him. I even remember going door to door selling shirts. That's how we made our money, selling T-shirts that we made in our garage. So I saw my dad just kept going. He didn't stop. Even though he didn't have an eye, even though he couldn't move his neck, even though he had all this pain, he couldn't leave behind his children knowing that we might not have food, that we weren't going to have, bills paid. So he was going to work to the very end. And he taught me so much about how to live. And he would still take us to the park. And he would still laugh and he would still try to be the best he could. Sadly, my dad passed away, but his spirit keeps going. And so I took that. Then I saw my mother. My mother kept on working. She didn't know English. She was raising three children they were all under the age of 10, 9, 4-year-old, a house. So she started to work a lot. And she had two jobs, worked at the swap. I mean, that woman hustled. She never sat down. So people often would ask me, like, how do you keep going? How do you have such energy? How could I not? Right? My parents showed me what it means to keep striving. I went off, right, to college right after high school because I wanted more. I sacrificed a lot. I didn't have any boyfriends. I didn't go out much. I didn't party. I was pretty much self-quarantined most of my high school life. Everyone else, they had their jobs, they had cars, they were out. And I said no. I decided to sacrifice those early years of my life because I knew I wanted more. I didn't want to stay working in a part-time job, a low income job. I saw what that was like. We never had enough. It was never enough. Always afraid that the bills were going to get shut off. So I went off to college. I studied. I kept on studying. When I was stressed, I put on makeup, right? Dressed up. You would never see me study in pajamas. You would never see me study on my bed because I knew that if I did those things, I would want to shut down. I allowed myself 10 minutes to feel sad and then snap out of it. Because if you want to feel sad, it's a choice. You have a choice. You could choose to feel sad and mope and, be angry at the world for what's happened, right? I could have cussed at God. I could have, gone down the bad road. Oh, yeah, life really sucks for me. But why? To do what? What was I going to win from that? So I decided, no, I'm going to go another route. I'm going to be positive. I'm going to smile and I'm going to enjoy every moment. And I have, and I've been truly blessed with so many great opportunities. And I thank my parents for teaching me how not to give up. So today, that's my message to you. You can feel sad. You can grieve. Go ahead and cry and write it out, journaling it, talking it out, right? Let it all out. Grieve for what you've lost. But also know you have great opportunity to develop your skill. You have a computer, you have your health, you have the internet. You can go and do so many things and research so many things and reach out. Be the change that you want to be, right? This is a moment to develop your skills. Really get in tune with what do you want, right? So that you can go out and do those things. So that's my recommendation to you, is to really think about what are the things that are holding you back? Why are you afraid? What are you scared about? Write them all down, talk them out, right? And then get up. Get up physically, get up and move and exercise and do something. Help someone else, because if all you're doing is thinking about yourself and what you don't have and what you can't do, it's just going to keep on piling on that depression, right? Piling on, and pretty soon you won't be able to get out of that hole. There's a great future ahead for all of you. So, and I know that you're going to reach it, but you got to get through this moment. Keep pushing through. So reach out. I welcome you to return a video. Tell me how you're feeling. Tell me your story, right? Share your story, because it's what makes us stronger. So I hope you appreciate this. Thank you so much. And I will be doing a few more of these. All right. All right. Bye.